Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 125 of Fine Music. What a fine number that is. I wonder if it has anything at all to do with what Murray has in store for us today. I don't know. Let's find out.
I don't think so. So I got kind of a narrative entry today, and it has several things you can find in it, even though the goal is at the end, but we'll take a little bit to get there. So there's a Facebook group called the Daily Music Challenge. Either of you ever encountered this?
No, let's hear about it.
Well, I think it's something you'd both be interested in. Just a group of people on Facebook, and there's a moderator. And every morning around 9 o'clock Eastern time, he posts a category of a song. And the categories are all over the place. Like today's category is a song with the word move in the title. But it could be a song that was #1 on the Billboard chart the year you graduated from college. Or it could be the second song on your favorite album, or a song from the last artist you saw live, just like all over the place. And so you post a song. Ideally, you go to YouTube and get a video to go with the song that you feel fits the category. Now, one of the rules is you're only allowed to post one song until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so that, because otherwise the first person who gets on could hog every song that, fits that category.
Yeah.
But after 4 Eastern time, which would be like 1 o'clock your time, then you can post as many songs as you can think of, if you want to go that way. But you can't repeat a song that someone else has listed. And if you repeat the song, or if you step outside the bounds of the category, the moderator has these really sexy referee cards that he throws that you're getting a card for that one because you violated the rules one way or another. So it's all in good fun. And also, if you're the first person to post what the moderator thinks is the most obvious song in this category, then you get a raspberry. That's the daily raspberry.
Too easy.
So what I always try to do is find something different and interesting that people may not have heard before. Or sometimes, a song will just pop into my head that this is the perfect song for this. And a lot of people seem to go for the obvious ones, but a lot of people also, post stuff that's, that I haven't heard before, and it gives me a chance to find music. So it's a great source to find music. So the other day, the category was a band, which in the name of the band is a natural occurring object. Okay. So, and it specifically said no animals. But somehow in my, fuzzy mind or whatever, I forgot that oysters are animals. Oysters like more things than animals. But anyway, so I posted.
You told them Red Oyster Group.
Yeah. So, and I got tagged for it. So I had to do something else. And so I decided to go, way left field. And I remembered a band. Okay, let me go find this.
And Jim, I think this is leading somewhere.
Yeah, it is leading somewhere.
Yes, so I'm firmly in belief.
Well, then I interviewed this woman for a website. Her name's Hannah Blumefeld, and I was interviewing her specifically about an album she produced from an old punk band called Mike Hudson and the Pagans, which she had put out a new album for them. But that was my excuse for the interview. But I was really curious because at the time I interviewed her, she was in 3 different bands. She sang lead vocals in one, played violin in another, and played bass in a third. So I was pretty impressed by that.
That is impressive.
As well as producing an album, as well as doing studio work. She played violin on a Ghostface Killah album. And then her real job was making up math questions for standardized tests.
Hey, all right.
Left and right brain.
I used to do that.
So in the process of interviewing her, she talked about some bands she'd been in Cleveland, and one of them was called Tall Pines. So I thought, okay, I'll post something from Tall Pines because they're pretty, right, well, hell, I will, okay, whoops, I'm gonna screen share for a minute and give you a quick sample. I'm sure they won't mind me playing a little bit of that. So here we go. Where's my screen
All
share?
Pines, that's natural.
Share screen. There we go. Okay, gotta remember how to do this. Okay, I want that screen. Okay, and I want, come on, share. Yeah.
There you go.
Spend my time trying to figure out how to only end up with shame. You gotta roll on, oh, you gotta roll those blues away.
So
Oh,
kind of punky, you know. Oh, come on, why aren't you
it's
working?
the end of the world as we know it.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm Tall Pines.
And my computer is messing with me again. Okay. No, I don't want to leave the meeting. Okay, there I am. Geez. Sorry about that. A little bit of computer glitches. So,
I'm glad you were able to pull it off. Yeah.
so that was the band I was looking for. And speaking of bands with the same name, the first thing I encountered is a more recent band called The Tall Pines. And that's who I'm actually going to recommend today. Is a band called The Tall Pines.
Yeah.
Their Bandcamp page described them as swamp blues. Kind of like a darker version of Creedence Clearwater.
Yeah.
You know, really heavy. Kind of, I don't know, they talk about the devil a lot. There's, I mean, they also have a couple of tunes that are kind of gospel-y. So there's a religious angle to them, though I'm not sure where they're coming from on it. One of the songs that I really loved was called Leave Him at the Altar, with a woman advising the woman who's going to marry her ex that she shouldn't do it. So, and that
Good
one,
advice.
yeah, reminds me a lot of Amy Winehouse. Again, that sort of really hard bluesy kind of stuff. So, so it may take some finding because, you know, like I say, I was stumbling through several bands, but.
So you found a band by looking for another band and they had a related name.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I really liked them. So I immediately bought all their stuff off Bandcamp. So I am suggesting in Fine Music that you should find The Tall Pines. You know, might also want to check out Tall Pines if you like that little snippet you heard. And the Daily Music Challenge, even though I may have to invite you. I'm not sure if you can invite yourself to be part of that or not, but you can look it up on Facebook. And if you need me to invite you, then let me know. And I'll
So it might be a private group, huh?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. Because he doesn't, you know, he wants to have some control over who's in it. But I mean, well, anyway, so that's my recommendation for today.
Would you like to make a comment, Mr. Babwe?
I like the difference between Tall Pines and The Tall Pines, and I know bands that have debated whether to use the word "the" in front of the title, and then there's the group the which
yeah,
I really like. You know, I don't know if you've ever heard the.
Oh yeah,
Of course, legendary band.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I like it.
Kingdom of Rain.
Yep.
Great album.
Kingdom of
Bought
Flies.
it back in 1990.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll just say a couple quick things. There is another private group on Facebook that does the very same thing, only not as openly. I was a member of that group, and they got a little upset at me that I was posting stuff that was too obscure. And I thought,
Well,
they thought I was like trying to be better than everybody else, and I was just trying to share.
right.
It's under the same old CCR, right?
Yeah.
How about trying some Paul Pines for a change, huh?
Yeah. Well, I think kind of the the people who think I post stuff that's too obscure, they get back at me by not listening to it. So
And it's their loss.
by ignoring it. I mean,
Their
there's
loss.
How
Yeah.
else do you hear new music?
yeah, right.
I
You
mean,
know, and I have found some. I mean, one of the some bands that I'd never heard of before. That one that I guess is actually getting really popular is Billy Strings. You know Billy Strings?
nope,
No,
not yet, but I'll check them out.
Yeah, my impression is I've listened to a few of his things. He's a very talented guitar player. And my quickie impression, and people probably jump on me for this, but somewhere between the Grateful Dead and bluegrass.
Well, there's nothing to jump on you for that.
that sounds possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he does. I mean, he does like the jam, but he does play like a bluegrass style. And
Well, if you
among
listen to
certain
David
people-
Grisman, and Jerry
Grisman,
Garcia,
the new
Yeah.
bluegrass.
that-
What is it called?
that
The new grass
combination.
revival
Yep.
was a group
Yeah.
back then, back in the 80s. Oh yeah, see all
Well,
the
bluegrass is getting a lot of attention right now, actually.
well, there's nothing like driving through Tennessee and Kentucky and actually hearing real bluegrass on the radio, on regular
Yeah.
broadcast radio.
I went to a bluegrass festival in Northern California in the mountains back in '86. It was an excuse to go camping and see Nancy Griffith.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
Well,
nice.
let's see. Would that be in Quincy, California?
I don't remember the exact name of the area, but it was called the Strawberry
Oh, okay.
Festival, Strawberry Music Festival or something. And it was all bluegrass. And that's
Okay,
where I saw
we're
Newgrass
digressing at this
Revival.
point.
Yeah. And then I just little tidbit of a story I'll tell, a little tidbit, because it's related to this idea of searching for one band, finding another. My wife, when she was back in China before we got married, she likes your more traditional romantic music, the divas.
Okay.
So she heard this song, which I believe was from Titanic, and she tried to find who it was, right? But she was on a different net, if you catch my drift.
Mhm.
And gotta stop punning, man. Net, if you catch my drift. I'm sorry. They just come out of my head. So she looks it up, and it said something like Celine Schiller. I said, Celine Schiller, don't you mean Celine Dion? And I Googled it anyway, Celine Schiller, just to see if there was a Celine Schiller. And it turns out there was a Schiller. Not a Celine Schiller, but there's a Schiller in Germany who makes synthesizer music that could fall into the category of Tangerine Dream.
Wow. Cool.
And so that's a musical act I discovered quite indirectly,
Yeah.
right? And I love him, and he's got like 6 albums, and power to that. So be adventurous, people. That's the bottom line. Let's cap 125 by saying, check out the wait a minute. Check out Tall Pines or the Tall Pines.
Yeah.
And obscure is good.
And do you want to put it if you like in the tag? Is there any if
Well,
you like?
I could say, if you want to hear a cross between Creedence Clearwater and Amy Winehouse,
Okay, that's a good one.
check out the Tall Pines.
Oh yeah, I got my interest there. When I entered that contest yesterday, I did Creedence Clearwater Revival, as did the host, but we chose different albums. But I stated that one of the things I like about
The
Creedence
episode's
Clearwater
getting
Revival
kind of
is they
long
do have a little dark quality to them, right?
Yep.
Sinister Purpose, one of my favorite Creedence Clearwater Revival songs. So I'm definitely going to be checking out which one? The Tall Pines.
Tall Pines. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Murray.
Okay.